Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Let's Play Forge. Last time we played against Aaron the Relentless, I believe, and we defeated him quite easily, I would say. We increased our win streak because of that from 5 to 6. Our previous win streak, keep in mind, was 8, so we're getting close to beating our previous win streak even. Now, to unlock the next challenge, we need 5 more wins, so let's play against a random opponent again, and let's see how well we will do. This time around we will play against an Autumn Willow. We lost the coin toss and he chose to go first, so we will have to go second. Now, we get to keep this current hand or mulligan it into something else. I will keep it because I think this is an acceptable first hand. Let's put down a forest card. He will summon a Willow Fairy, which is a 1/2 fairy creature which has flying. So let's summon a Bitterblade Warrior, which is a 2/2 Jackal Warrior creature which has the effect of you may exert Bitterblade Warrior as it attacks. When you do, it gets +1/+0 and gains Death Touch until the end of turn. An exerted creature won't untap during your next untap step. That's what exert means. And also Death Touch means that if it will go into battle with another creature, that other creature will die regardless of the stats that it has. We summoned it. Now he will attack us with our Willow Fairy, and because our Bitterblade Warrior doesn't have neither flying nor reach, we cannot block his Willow Fairy, so that attack will have to go through. But now we got Ambuscade, which is an instant, and it will allow us to choose a target creature that we control, in this case our Bitterblade Warrior, and that creature will get +1/+0 until the end of turn. It will deal damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls, so that would be his Willow Fairy. Let's use Ambuscade on our Bitterblade Warrior to attack his Willow Fairy. We have enough mana to do so, and we completely destroyed it. Now we can Alpha Strike him for Bitterblade Warrior, and let's not exert it. Let's leave it as this to do 3 damage to him. Now he casts Roots, which is an enchant creature card which has the effect of tap target creature without flying. That creature does not untap during its controller's untap phase. So he will use this on our Bitterblade Warrior to make it untappable, which means that it will not be usable for the remainder of the game, or at least until I destroy his Roots card. Which is quite unfortunate. We have no other creature. Oh yes, we do. We can summon an Elite Cat Warrior, which is a 2/3 creature which has Forest Walk, which means that if the defending player has any forests in play, which he does, he has 4 forests in play, then Elite Cat Warrior can't be intercepted, so basically it cannot be blocked. Forests are in play regardless of whether they're tapped or untapped, so let's summon that. Now he will summon a Willow Priestess, which is a 2/2 fairy which has the effect of take a fairy from your hand and put it directly into play, as though it were just summoned for tapping it. And for paying 1 green mana and 2 other mana, target green creature gains protection from black until the end of turn. That's not really a problem for me because I don't have any black cards on my side of the field, so even if he gets protection from black, that won't help him much. Let's let's just attack him with our actually, do we? Yeah, we want to attack him with our Elite Cat Warrior for now to do 2 damage to him. He will attack us now with his Willow Fairy to do 2 damage to me as well. And now he will summon a Fairy Noble, which is a 1/2 noble creature which has flying, and also the effect of all fairies you control get +0/+1. And for tapping it, all fairies you control get +1/+0 until the end of turn. Let's use an Ambuscade on our Elite Cat Warrior to do damage to his Fairy Noble because it has flying, and that pisses me off. Now let's do damage with our Elite Cat Warrior to him. He will continue to do damage with his Willow Priestess to me though. And now he summons a Hungry Mist, which is a 6/2 mist creature which has the effect of during your upkeep pay 2 green mana or bury Hungry Mist. So there's a maintenance cost for that. Let's yeah, this is a bit annoying. Let's cast Cartouche of Strength on our Elite Cat Warrior. Cartouche of Strength does enchant creature you control. When Cartouche of Strength enters the battlefield, you may have enchanted creature fight target creature an opponent controls. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. An enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. So let's do this. And let's have it do damage to his Willow Priestess, which should be enough to destroy it. And now the only creature he has under his control is his Hungry Mist. He has to pay the mana cost for his Hungry Mist though, which is fine by me. Now let's summon a Prowling Serpopard, which is a 4/3 cat snake creature, which has the effect of Prowling Serpopard can't be countered and creature spells you control can't be countered. And now let's attack him with our Elite Cat Warrior. And let's see if he will block us with his Hungry Mist. He will not, so we still got our damage through. Now he will summon another Fairy Noble. But that won't do him much good, because now we have enough mana. Oh, we don't have enough mana to summon Sifter Worm just yet. Never mind. But with that said, we can Alpha Strike him now. So let's do that. So he will block our Prowling Serpopard with his Hungry Mist. And now let's think about this. If we were to use Fairy Weakness to buff up our Prowling Serpopard, it will go up to 6/5, which is still not enough to have it survive a battle with Hungry Mist. So there's literally no reason to do that. So yeah, let's just let them duke it out. His Hungry Mist has only 2 toughness, so it will die because of Prowling Serpopard's 4 power. But his Hungry Mist's 6 power compared to my Prowling Serpopard's 3 toughness means that my Prowling Serpopard will also die from this encounter. So both creatures will kill each other, but at least Elite Cat Warrior's attack will get through. So he will attack us with his Fairy Noble, but that won't do him much good. Now he summons an Ebony Rhino, which is a 4/5 creature which has trample. And now we finally have enough mana to summon a Sifter Worm, which is a 7/7 worm creature which has trample, which means that it can deal excess damage, combat damage to the player that's defending. And also it has the effect of when Sifter Worm enters the battlefield, scry free, then reveal the top card of your library. You gain life equal to that card's converted mana cost. So let's summon it. And now let's rearrange. Scry free means that we can rearrange the top 3 cards of our library. So these 3 cards specifically, which is Giant Spider, a Forest card, and Panther Warriors. I will rearrange the top 3 cards using the Scry free ability to put my Panther Warriors the top card of my library, because that has the highest converted mana cost of 5. Because it costs 1 green mana and 4 other mana to summon, so that's a total of 5. So let's do it like this. So now we got healed for 5 life. And now let's just Alpha Strike him. because our elite cat warrior is literally unblockable. He cannot block him, our elite cat warrior, with his ebony rhino, despite his ebony rhino being untapped, because our elite cat warrior has forest walk, and he has forests on his side of the field, so our elite cat warrior is unblockable to all of his creatures. He's down to only 3 life. He casts a Riding the Dealer horse, which is a sorcery, and it has the effect of any one creature gets +2/+2 and gains horsemanship. He uses that on his... Wait, did he use that? I don't think he did. What he did is that he played a forest card, and he did cast that on his ebony rhino. Oh no, he summoned another ebony rhino. Never mind. But that won't do him much good because we can attack him another time with our elite cat warrior, and this is it. We won. Okay, so we unlocked a Hungry Mist from him, which is a pretty cool card, all things considered. And yeah, that's about it. So remember that we have to beat him 2 out of 3 times to win. So we still have to beat him another time right now. This is we're going second because he lost the previous turn, so he has to go first. Now, do I want to start with this starting hand or mulligan? I think I will start with the starting hand, despite not having a creature that I can immediately summon with it. He summons a Roterotopter, which is a 0/2 creature which has flying, and for the ability of for him paying 2 mana, it would get a +1/+0 until the end of turn. You cannot spend more than 4 mana in this way each turn though. So there's a limit to how much you can use that. Nothing else to do, so let's end our turn. Again, nothing else to do, so let's end our turn again. Now he summons a Willow Priestess, which is a 2/2 fairy creature, which has the abilities of, for being tapped, take a fairy from your hand and put it directly into play as though it were just summoned. And for paying 1 green mana and 2 other mana, target green creature gains protection from black until end of turn. Interesting. Let's summon a Wild Ox, which is a 3/3 ox creature which has Swamp Walk, which means if the defending player has any swamps in play, Wild Ox can't be blocked, which is interesting. He has no swamps in play, so he only has forests, so that ability will not activate, but it's still quite a cool effect. He casts Roots on my Wild Ox, which means that tap target creature without flying. My Wild Ox doesn't have flying, so that applies to it. That creature does not untap during its controller's untap phase. So basically it will get tapped and it will never be untapped again. At least not until I destroy his Roots card. So now he will attack us with his Willow Priestess, and because my Wild Ox is tapped, I cannot use it to block his Willow Priestess, so I will have to take 2 damage. That's unfortunate. But with that said, now we can summon a Query Hauler, which is a 4/3 camel creature which has the effect of, when Query Hauler enters the battlefield, for each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter of that kind on it or remove one from it. I'm not that particularly interested in that ability, so I will not use it, but still, it's quite a nice effect. I cannot attack him with my Query Hauler yet because my Query Hauler was just summoned, so it has summoning signals for this turn, so we might as well just end our turn for now. He summons another... no, he taps 2 of his forest mana to give a +1/+0 to his Roterotopter, and now he will attack us with his Roterotopter. Since my Query Hauler doesn't have flying nor reach, but his Roterotopter has flying, I cannot use my Query Hauler to block his Roterotopter, so I will have to let that attack pass through. I will take 1 damage from that. Let's summon a Fefer Monitor, which is a 6/5 lizard creature, which has the effects of being able to cycle it for paying 1 green mana and 3 other mana. Cycling means that I would discard it from my hand to draw a different card. And it also has the effect of when you cycle Sheffield Monitor, if you cycle it, you may search your library for a basic land card or a desert card, put it onto the battlefield and shuffle your library. To do this before you draw. I will not cycle it, I will just summon it regularly. So let's do that. Now let's attack him with our Query Hauler. I don't think he will block us, so that's fine. Now he will summon an Ebony Rhino, which is a 4/5 artifact creature which has Trample. Let's put down a forest card. So let's summon another Sheffield Monitor. And now let's just Alpha Strike him. He will finally block our Query Hauler with his Ebony Rhino though. His Ebony Rhino has 4 toughness, which is greater than our Query Hauler's. No, his Ebony Rhino has 4 power, which is greater than our Query Hauler's 3 toughness. So his Ebony Rhino is strong enough to kill our Query Hauler. But our Query Hauler has only 4 power and his Ebony Rhino has 5 toughness. So our Query Hauler is not capable of destroying his Ebony Rhino. So at the end of the attacks, his Ebony Rhino will survive and our Query Hauler will not. But at least our Sheffield Monitor got its attack through, so we did some damage to him. He paid 2 green mana to give a +1/+0 to his Roterotopter once again, for whatever reason, even though he didn't use it. Let's summon a Sheffield Monitor, which is a 7/7 worm creature which has Trample and also the effect of when Sifter Worm enters the battlefield, scry free, then reveal the top card of your library. You gain life equal to that card's converted mana cost. So let's do that. Yeah, let's go with Giant Spider, why not? So Giant Spider has a converted mana cost of 4, so we get healed for 4 life. And now let's just Alpha Strike him. He will block I don't know if each Sheffield Monitor with each one of his 2 creatures, or if he try to block just one of my Sheffield Monitor with each of his creatures. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I will prioritize killing his Ebony Rhino just because it's probably arguably his strongest creature. Okay, so he blocked only one of my Sheffield Monitors with his with both his Willow Priestess and his Ebony Rhino. So 2 power plus 4 power is 6. 6 is greater than only a single one of my Sheffield Monitors 5 toughness, so it is enough to kill it, which is quite unfortunate. But my Sheffield Monitor is strong enough to at least destroy his Ebony Rhino, so that's sufficient. Yeah, that's fine. He will summon an Anhava Constable, which has 2 power and is a constable creature and has the effect of Anhava Constable has toughness equal to 1 plus the total number of green creatures in play. That's a lot considering that I'm playing a green deck and he's also playing a green deck. But it doesn't matter that much. Let's just summon a Giant Spider and let's Alpha Strike him. He will try to block us, obviously, but that won't do him much good. He is trying to block us in some way, but I make the argument that it won't make that much of a difference. Let's destroy his Roterotopter and also his Willow Priestess. And transfer the remaining damage from our Sifter Worm because he has Trample and we can do that to the player directly. So he's down only to 1 life. He casts another Roots card on one of our monsters, I guess on our Sifter Worm, but it's already too late. We can just attack him with our remainder of our creatures and we just won. So we removed the Ebony Rhino from him. And we also removed the won a Winter Sky, which is a sorcery that costs 1 red mana to cast and which has the effect of flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails while coin is in the air. If the flip ends up in your favor, Winter Sky deals 1 damage to each creature and player. Otherwise, each player draws a card. That doesn't sound that great. We also won a Beast Walkers, which is a 2/2 heroes creature, which costs 2 white mana and 1 other mana to summon, and which has the effect of, for paying a green mana, banding until end of turn. I don't know what banding means, but whatever. It's explained here. Any creatures with banding and up to 1 without can attack in a band. Bands are blocked as a group. If any creatures with banding you control are blocking or being blocked by a creature, you divide that creature's combat damage, not its controller, among any of the creatures it's being blocked by or is blocking. Wait, if any creatures with banding you control are blocking or being blocked by a creature, you divide that creature's combat damage, not its controller, among any of the creatures it's being blocked or is blocking. Oh, that's quite cool. I like that. And we won some other cards as well. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to get in touch with me, I have a Mastodon account as well as a Matrix room that you can join, details of which you can find in the description of this video. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.